All right, if you're a pet owner, then you're more than just an owner, you're a parent, and your pet is more than just a pet, it's your child. Pets give back so much more than they get, and what better time to take a look than at the SPCA Albrecht Center for Animal Welfare in Aiken.
Jade Garrett is Events and Fundraising Manager with the SPCA Albrecht Center for Animal Welfare, and she joins us with a friend in studio this morning. Oh, look at him. So
say hello to Franklin.
Oh. He's very treat motivated. He's very focused in on these treats, but he's a great boy. He's been with us since August. He came in as a stray. And while he's, behaviorally, he's a really great dog. He's good with other dogs. He's good with kids as well. He just hasn't gotten adopted. He's very overlooked.
Okay, and so we're coming up on the year mark for Franklin, but you have a couple that have been there for more than 500 days.
We have Ranch, who's been there for, his first stint was 500 days, and I'd love to bring him back to see you guys. But we also have Lars, who's been there for almost 1,275 days.
Oh my goodness.
So he's knocking on 4 years.
Oh my gosh. What is the story behind that?
Well, with Lars, he was likely kept outside for long periods of time and very neglected. And so he came to us in December of 2020. And he went through extensive behavioral training. We do everything we can to try to save the dogs. We are a no-kill shelter, so that means we don't euthanize for space, and we only euthanize in extreme cases of behavioral or medical problems. And so we do every chance of rehabilitation, and that's a case in Lars where he went through some training for rehabilitation on his behavioral challenges, and after 4 years, he's just still at the shelter. And he's really, he's really a good boy. And with him, we actually are giving the adopter free training sessions. So if they commit to adopting him and giving him a great life, they'll still have training sessions with his behavioral trainer.
That right there is a testament about with the Albrecht Center too, and being a no-kill shelter, and then on top of that, having a dog there for 4 years because somebody is going to find this beautiful four-legged baby and give them a home too. What's the current state right now, Jade, of animals that you have at the center?
We are knocking on 250 animals, which is kind of unheard of. I think, but that's the state of across America really right now. We have partner shelters in South Carolina, but also, across the nation that are just at capacity, especially with large breed dogs. We're coming out of kitten season, so although we have, a huge amount of kittens and cats, the intake number is dwindling down, but that is a every year, kind of issue where in the spring intake with cats shoot up, and I think with the economy and people are less likely to adopt because it is a real commitment and it is a real responsibility. But like I said, we're committed to helping the dogs in our community. And we'll keep them, until they find that home.
Franklin, that's a leash. That's not a chew toy.
He's having a situation over there. Well, y'all have some events coming up at the Albrecht Center. So what's happening? So
upcoming, we have our dog wash on June 29th. We also have Furry Film Night. Furry Film Night is something new. It's really just a movie night. Come out, hang out with us, and have fun. Our Pups and Suds dog wash is, all the proceeds go to the animals like Franklin. We also have our second sidewalk Saturday sale. That's every month on the second Saturday at our SPCA thrift store there in the Mitchell Plaza. And Purrs and Pours down with our partners at downtown Tap Room.
He doesn't like them.
Hey, Tim just joined us. Okay.
That's the first time I've ever heard him bark.
Wow, I call that love at first sight. All right. Real quick, let's talk about this. As you said, we're topping 250 animals there. How important is it to spay or neuter the animals?
Super important. Like I said, with kitten season, there are many cats that are, just community cats. And we have programs like TNR, Trap, Neuter, Release, where we will, bring the animal or bring the cat into the shelter and neuter them and then release them back into their home environment. But that's just one of the things that makes a difference in the community where you see stray dogs, you see stray cats, and they're reproducing on a crazy rate. One litter can be up to 8 animals, and so it's super important to just make sure that they're spayed and neutered to reduce the amount of animals that end up in the shelter in the long term.
Well, where can people go for more information about the center and if they want to foster or adopt?
LetLoveLive.org. We have all of our information there. You can call us or just stop by the shelter and see what we have to offer. We have a lot of amazing dogs. We have puppies, a lot of puppies right now, a lot of kittens. But, you know, we understand that adopting is a huge responsibility. Fostering, we give everything out, everything that you need, all the supplies that you need if you decide to foster, but also coming to events and just volunteering, just giving us a hand.
And you'll also find info on Franklin right there, too. LetLoveLive.org. Jade, it's always nice to see you. Thanks for bringing Franklin. Appreciate it.
Thank you.